Hey folks, I'm Melhorn. Have you ever wondered whether strawberry Jello chicken catches more fish than plain chicken? Well, today we're going to find out. We're keeping score, and we're going to find out whether plain chicken catches more fish than strawberry Jello chicken.
All right, guys, so here's the plan today. I've got two baits. We've run the Jello chicken before. We know it works, but what we're gonna check is to see whether there's a major difference between just plain chicken and the Jello. On the port side, we'll put out plain for port. Starboard side, strawberry. I didn't plan it that way. That just all of a sudden realized that's actually gonna work. Let's get some stuff baited up and get them out. All right, we'll go port side plain, good old plain chicken. Hard to beat right there. Boom. On the starboard side, strawberry. That's good right there. Plain chicken on here on the port side. We'll get that one straight out the back. Boom. There we go. Another piece of strawberry on the starboard side. All right, guys, place your bets on which one's going to catch the most fish. I have my feelings on what's going to happen, but we'll see. There's a chance there may be a fish on this rod. This bait has swam off in an odd direction with a lot of slack line. Like it could have been hooked up, and it is. Boom. Boom, hooked up. He hit it and took off to deeper water. I was sitting up on a ledge there, and that fish took it and went deep. I'm gonna go around this stuff here. Little Catfish Pro rods and reels with some Andy monofilament on it. Good eater sized fish. We're landing it on the starboard side, but it was hooked on the port side. That was a plain one. Boom. Good eater sized fish right there, guys. Nice looking fish. Heck yeah. Bag of life. All right, folks, there's one in the boat. Sorry for the wind, might be some wind noise. It is howling today. We've got a the remnants of a tropical storm that came through the other day. But we got some strong wind, so it's howling. Drift socks out, we're just going with the wind. That's about all we can do today. We're just gonna go where the wind takes us and see what we got. That one, plain chicken off the port side of the boat. We're gonna see if we can hit some deeper water on this drift. The other day, the beginning of the tropical storm, it was kind of from a direction where we could drift where we needed to. Today, it's gonna be a little bit different. So we're just gonna see what the wind gives us and the lake gives us. And we got one in the boat. I ain't so sure there ain't a fish on this one. I was reeling in to check bait here. I kind of been pulling for a little bit and got all wacky jawed and turned, and so I better check bait and make sure I got bait on here. And sure enough, we got one on the strawberry side. Strawberry side. Boom. Nice eater fish. Might eat him. We may eat him. I'm keeping a few to eat here. Doink. Proof if you don't believe it. Still got some red in it. I had to kind of get over into the river channel. It's where I think the fish are. It's where I'm marking most of them. So that one, they ain't no telling when he got on there. Maybe he was at the top of the channel for a while. I don't know. It's hard to say, but that's kind of the thing with this wind. It's really kind of limiting on exactly where we can go. It's just hard enough that trolling into it's really taxing on the motor to do it. So, but we got two, one each. Again, these fish feed on this chicken. The theory is, if you don't know this already, because they're feeding on mussels. It's post-spawn now. We're into summertime. We're into summertime feeding patterns, and these fish are most likely out here just cruising, trying to load up after spawn, pack back on some calories, and make up for all that lost protein from the spawn that was going on. So they're feeding, and we're just trying to pick them off. So got one each. Does the Jello make a difference? Does the gelatin make a difference? I don't know. We'll see. we'll talk some more about it, but let's catch another one first. Got a good bite on this inside planer. Yes, sir. Inside planer on the port side, by the way. That would be plain chicken. This is a bigger fish. This is a bigger fish. Oh yeah, he's putting some pressure on it. Hope he stays buttoned. I'm gonna go ahead and get him around this rod so we can get him into position here. Oh yeah, it's a heavier fish. There's fish down this river channel. There's not a ton of them, but they're here, which I like. I kind of feel like I got a better chance at a decent fish when there's not a pile of fish. So I figure if I'm gonna catch them, let's oh, he's on top of the water. Hopefully he stays buttoned. I don't like when they get on top of the water. Pop this board, see he's going back down. I always wonder why they come to the top of the water. Crappie will do the same thing. They will go to the top of the water, especially some of the bigger ones sometimes. I don't know if he's wrapped now or what. Catfish Pro reel. This is their affordable reel, the fishing for fun one. Some Andy mono. This reel does not come with this sexy power handle. That's an aftermarket deal. Doing the job on old blue cat. I'm gonna net him. That's a better looking fish. Heck yeah, we'll take him any way we can get him. Windy day today. Windy. Again, port side's plain. And this one is about ready to go in the net. Boom, nice. It's a bigger fish there. That's what we're looking for. That is what we're looking for. Get him up here. Set some water off. Heck yeah. I've said this before, guys. I don't care what rods and reels you use. If you buy anything from Catfish Pro, buy these fish grippers. These things will save your fingers. And the other thing is my pliers. Catfish Pro makes these now. I told Catfish Pro, y'all need to start making these things. Great pliers. Boom, there we go. Good looking fish. Nice one in the teens, we'll take it. If you get some grippers, put a float on them, just in case your guy trip client throws the whole thing in the water, or you drop the whole thing in the water. What are the two? Good looking fish. Get it back alive. Hey, gone. All right, there's another one. Plain chicken that time. Again, I'm curious. The theory behind the Jello on it is that the gelatin makes a difference in that there's some amino acids in the stuff that gelatin's made out of, which is basically pig byproducts, and that it could make a difference. Some people say that the Jello actually makes the chicken tougher, as far as, you know, once it sets up on it, it makes it tougher and it stays on the hook better. To that, I can almost believe that. I can almost see that to a certain extent. It does seem a little bit tougher. I've heard people say stuff about the color. I don't really believe that makes a difference, simply because they say, oh, it looks like blood. Well, listen, fish don't encounter blood in the water, especially catfish. It's not like they're a shark chewing something apart. So I don't really give that any credit. Does it have anything to do with the collagen that is in it, that the stuff is made from? I don't know, but it gives you something to try. It gives you something to have fun with. It works. It catches fish. I've got another video I just put out where we smoked the fish using it on that trip. So so far, chicken's got a lead, a slight lead. Nothing to really make it a definitive answer about, but we'll see if we can get another one. This one board is swimming weird. I'm gonna check it just to see. I need to check baits anyway. One thing about pulling the chicken, I give it, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, and then I'll check it. Now, if I get hit, it's a different story, but about every 30 minutes, I'll pull them in and check them, because depending on what's going on with the bite, especially if you have a slow lethargic bite. You can get fish that can peck these baits off and you never see your rods move. So this one almost looks like there was something on it. Yep, there's a fish. And again, this fish took the bait, ate it, got hooked up. Not that big, so it's just kind of swimming along, going for an Uber ride, looking around at what's going on. Probably trying to eat something while it's down there with a hook in its mouth. So again, another eater. Good eater, blue. Boom, quick release right there at the boat. He impaled that one. I thought he was deep hooked. There you go. Chicken bait, plain chicken bait. And the plane is taking a lead. We're gonna get them back in the water, see what these other baits look like, and see if the old strawberry can catch up. Man, our bite is dying off here with getting bit, so we're gonna do an experiment. As if we're not experimenting enough already. This rod out of the rod locker here. We are gonna take the perch rod, high-low rig, very small hooks on it. Plain chicken on one hook, strawberry chicken on the other. We're gonna see if which one they hit. Let's see, bottom, we'll put strawberry on bottom. That'll be a little bitty piece, and then a little bitty piece of plain chicken. This will be fine. It'll pass the time. Maybe we'll catch a fish on it, I don't know. Top hook, we're gonna run some plain. Bottom hook, we're gonna run some, there we go, bottom strawberry. Strawberry is heavier because it's got the Jello at it, so we'll just use that to remember, and y'all will keep me honest on it. I'm gonna drop it down. We've had some small fish in through here. Some of these baits may be too big for some of these fish, so we'll see if they'll hit this. Dude, that thing's getting hit already. Maybe the way to catch catfish. Maybe the way to test this. Dude, that one hit the top bait. That's a small fish, but it went for the top bait. This may be our more legit test here. That one definitely got it. All right. So, they're making a mess. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put it back out on top. If they will swim past the plain one to get to the red one, there could be something to this. Again, just a couple fish, don't make a thorough test, but we're gonna see. Oh, got one going. Got one going. It's gonna be the test, guys. We can't catch them any other way, dude. Look, I swear, you can't make it up. That fish went past the plane to get to the strawberry. This could be the defining piece here in the test. You would think it'd want to hit the lower bait, but all right, so let's switch it back. Let's just be thorough here on our process. All you scientific people out there will be appreciating this. We're going to be thorough. We're going to go back to putting strawberry on the bottom. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to put a bigger piece for the plane, just to see if they go to the bigger one. We're going to put the strawberry on the bottom. Boom. Put the bigger piece. See if the size makes a difference. Don't know that it does. This would lend some argument to the color making a difference. So I'm reeling it on my rods because I was actually going to go to just the small baits to finish up with that, and reeled in everything except for this last Jello chicken bait, and I think there's one on here. This was the outside planer board. It's a fish. There's no telling how long it's been on there. Yep, there's a fish on it. Wind is howling now. We're white capping out here. It is stroking good. Hopefully you can hear me. A good eater fish there. That one, obviously, as the bait went flying off. Woo, that's a good guess there. I think the Jello is taking a pretty good lead, both on big fish and the small ones. Man, wind's howling. I'm gonna call it a day with that one. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna drift the small double hook rigs again, just to see if that stays consistent. I always say this, folks, one test, one trip, one day doesn't make a test, but it was interesting, even with swapping them around. I think what I'll do on the next one, I'll alternate. One side of the boat, I'll put out a double hook rig, Strawberry on top, other side put it on the bottom, and there's a lot of these smaller fish biting, so it's a good test for those if nothing else. So hope you enjoyed it.